So, and then again, this little tag thing is, has a magnet here. Okay. And then I put a magnet back here, and I just use my glue, my glitter glue, to stick them down. And it's about 2.5 inches by 11. Okay. So you'll cut your paper at, 5.5. And for the inside, you'll cut 2 pieces at 5.5. And then, this only gets tape on this side and this side. So, so really, you're only going to tape this right here on the side, okay, right there, and you're going to tape here, okay, and because your tags are going to go in between this. So that is going to hook on like this, and then you have your papers on there, okay, and then here on this end, this little pocket is 3 and it's actually 3.5. Is that right? 3.5 by 9 and 1/8. Okay, so 3.5 by 9 and 1/8, and you're going to score a 1/2 inch on the top and the bottom. Okay, and you're going to put your score tape there. You don't need to cover the inside of this. Okay. And then I just, again, went ahead and cut my paper down to size and then distressed it. And that's what gave it that border around there. This is your page right here. So when you make your stuff, make sure your page is on, or your opening to your page to put on the hinge is going to be on your left-hand side, okay? So make sure you have that. Then you're going to have this on top of here. This will go here, and then your mats will go inside of here, okay? And the mats are, this one is 5 1/4 by 7 3/4. Okay, so that's how big I made my mat for that. Okay, and then I just used my black cardstock to go around it, and I didn't use a pulley or anything, and I only put one mat on this side. I didn't put a mat back here because I don't know if I'm going to add another picture back here or not, and I figured if I do, then I'll add another one later, a craft piece of paper to that. You're going to, so this page will turn over like this, okay, and this is going to be your belly band. Your belly band is going to be 1 3/4 by 9 inches long, okay. You're going to score it at a 1/2 inch, or at a 1/2 inch, okay. And then you're going to have a little tuck spot there. This right here is going to go here, just like that. And then I cut a little piece here. That's going to go on top of there. These are the, you'll need 4 of these at 4.5 by 6. You will score them at a 1/2 inch. And you can do this one of 2 ways, okay. You can make them go this way, which I thought about doing that because I really like this style. I always do the flip up, but I'm thinking I'm actually going to have them go this way. So they will go like this. And then here we're going to have a little tuck spot down here on this page. And I'm not sure what I'm using yet. I might go ahead and just use one of these little tags like this for that little tuck spot right there. And this will just tuck in there just like that, which I did that on one of my other albums before. I just used a little tag as a little tuck spot for that. And then, so then this, and then these will all just fold over like this. Okay? So, there is that. So that's all of page 2. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and do page 2. And I'm not going to add any, like, I did add some pearls to certain things, but I'm not adding anything yet anywhere until after, as far as like embellishments and flowers or, other little items, until after we get everything inside the book. And then I'll go back in and add some finishing touches. Okay? So right now I'm just going to go ahead and fast forward and put everything together. And if there's any changes, I will let Okay, so just that, so it lines up, and then you're going to go ahead and burnish that down. So you can open it up. Make sure you burnish that down really good. Okay, just like that. Alrighty. And then you are going to take this page, and you're going to just set that page right down on top of that. Just like this. Alright. And then this, since you're going to go ahead and take this and this is actually going to go ahead and you're going to put this on here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and take this piece here. We're going to go ahead and tape this on. right at the bottom of that. Okay, I'm going to flip it back. You're going to go ahead and tape this piece on, okay, or here this piece, but you're going to leave a little bit at the top not done so you can fold this piece over it. Okay, this piece will go over that. And you may need to cut some because I think I'm going to have to cut mine down a little bit. Okay, so again, I'm just going to go ahead and go over my edges real quick. Over that. I'm gonna, okay. Okay, so now we've got this done. I need to cut a little bit of this part off. So I actually can turn it this way maybe. It might fit better. I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down, just like that. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this down. Again, you want to leave a little bit up here not glued, okay? So when you're gluing it, I'm going to go ahead and just burnish that in real good. Okay, so now we have a little piece up here that we didn't. We need to fold this under there. I'm just going to take that little strip off, lift that up, and just kind of fold that inside. Okay. Just like that. Alrighty, so there is that pocket. And then it's gonna, like a little belly band, not really a pocket, but, but there you go. And go ahead and put this on here. So, I just love these flowers on here. Oh gosh, they're so pretty. Alrighty, so there's that. And so then your mat, you can put a large mat and a little mat in there if you wanted to. Just put them in just like this. Okay. So you've got two pictures there, two pictures here. You can go ahead and do some journaling here if you wanted to. So we've got those. And turn this over, okay? And we're going to go ahead and flip that up. We're going to go ahead and lay this one down. And then we're going to go ahead and cut this out here where it says Violetta and this is going to go down here. And we're actually going to pop this up with some foam tape. You'll just need 2 little pieces of this, okay? So just 2 little squares, just like that, on either side, okay? And that should just be enough to give us a little bit of a text spot there. So this will go right here. And then this will come down in here, just like that. Alright? So, just like that. Just like that. So when you lift up on it, you just tuck it in that spot. And like I said, I did that with one of my other albums. I think I did that with my Easter album, I think. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add these down here. Now, I did not cover these. I actually had cut them all out to go this way, but I think I want them all to go this way. So, the first one will go like this. Okay. And I did ink them all. So, and then this one will go like this. And I'm just putting them together because I want to make sure that I'm going to put them on here. They all kind of fit. I want to make sure that this one, no matter what, is at the end here, okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and put him on first. So, go ahead, and I'm kind of working backwards, but that's okay. So actually, before I do this, I want to go ahead and bend my little thing back. So I want to get this little border here, this little score mark, just kind of give it an inking on there a little bit, and make sure that it lines up with the end of my paper right there, okay? And I'm just going to set it down, okay, just like that. And hopefully I put that on straight because, I don't know if I did or not. Nope, it's stuck down. It's stuck down pretty good. So, alrighty. So I'm going to go ahead and bend this back, and I just want to lightly give it a little bit of ink on there. So again, I didn't paper these, so I didn't know if I would need paper, but I have a lot of leftover paper. So, and I've cut like some of my, the page 3 and page 4. So, I do have some leftovers, so we can definitely add paper to these. Okay. Now you can add a magnet to these if you want to. I didn't because I don't think we need one since we have our belly band right there. And we really, and it's going to be secured with our little tucked area right here. So really, I don't think we need one. But I am going to go ahead and cut a piece of paper for the other side here. And that is just going to go like that. So that will actually hold that down. Okay? And then now we're going to do the pocket on this side. So, okay, so what I did here was, since I wanted more of the chandelier to show, I went ahead and just cut about a 3/4 off of this. So it's actually going to be 3/4 shorter than what I said in the directions. And I don't know how what the directions were. Because I usually write everything down on my papers. So when it, so I'll probably go back through the video when I'm editing, and I'll write the correct measurement down for this pocket. So it's about 3¼ inch shorter than what it was. Okay. So, so your mats will probably change. I think I made them too big to fit in here. So, if you wanted to, you could make new mats. So, let's see here. We could actually turn them this way. So, there's maybe one mat here. You could have another mat over here. So, a little one. So, maybe a mat go here, if you wanted to do that. Or you can make smaller mats too. Okay, so for the smaller ones, if you wanted to, let's see here. I don't know if this one will work. I had some smaller ones that I had made. I didn't put them together yet. So like, if you wanted to do something like this, and I don't remember how much these ones were. Let's see. Let me go ahead and ink these up real quick. I think these were 5 by 6. Are these 5 by 6? But I think they're going to be really nice for here. And two, you can always do the pull out, the little pull out thing if you wanted to. And I think it's still getting stuck on something. It's getting stuck on that little tabby thing. Okay. All right, now we got it. Okay. So there's one little tab here. I mean, not little tab. One little mat here. Okay, that you've got. You can put another mat here, and then you can put a couple of mats here in the top part if you wanted to. Okay, and they'll just fit right in there just like that. The one thing is I didn't enclose the bottom part of this, and so if you wanted to, and you can definitely go ahead and put a little, I forgot to put a little tape on here, score tape on here. So really what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab my glue, and I'm going to put my fingers through here, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right on this bottom part. And I'm not putting a bunch, I'm just kind of like putting it around the bottom part. And I'm just going to go ahead and burnish that down. Just like that. Okay. I just forgot to put the adhesive down on there. The other ones you don't need the adhesive because they're all intertwined. They're all, linked together. So you don't need to put the adhesive on the bottom. Unless you want to, you can, but you don't really need to. So you'll have, again, these are 5.5. The mat behind there is 5.5 by 4.25. Okay, so this is 4 by 5.25. Okay, and again, these are just going to fit really nice right back in through there, just like that. Okay, so, and then of course you can always get your bone folder. Make sure everything is kind of burnished down in there. Okay. Just lift up this way. And burnish that down in there. Really good. Okay. Just like that. Alright. And so you've got your, and again, you'll just need 3 of these. So you just have your mats that will be right in that pocket there. Okay. And, or you can also just make shorter mats if you wanted to, and they can slide all the way down. So that way, they wouldn't be seen, and your little images can show on there. So I just thought that was really pretty, and I really liked how that turned out. So, yay! so you open it up, you've got a pocket here, and we've got, we need to put something here. And so I think right here, I just want to fussy cut some flowers or something. So I'm going to grab those and fussy cut that out and put that there. And then, let's see, what else do I have? I've got this little megaphone too. That is super cute. Maybe I'll just fussy cut that out. I don't know. I don't know yet, guys. I don't know. So, I really like that. Flowers. And, so I'm going to go ahead and fussy cut this out. And, then here, we've got our mats here. Okay. So there's that. I'm trying to think of, in this part here, this is just for journaling. And the one thing that I wanted to show you guys is that you can take one of your frames, okay, and you can actually just go ahead and fold it in half. Okay, so if you wanted to fold it in half, just like this. Just going to fold it in half. Make sure that the top parts line up really well. Okay. This will allow you to cut this right in half. This. Okay, just like that. And then when you go ahead and put this on your mat, you can put it on over like this. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one real quick. And how I did this is I actually put glue on this part here first. And that is a lot of glue, which I didn't need to do. And then I put glue here, and I put glue around this area. Okay. Then I went ahead and I stuck them together first. Okay, I made sure everything was lined up. And I just gently put them together. Okay. Then I went ahead and opened it back up, and I kind of bent them a little bit so I could add the glue on there. Okay. So I added glue here and here, and then around the outside edges right here. And I just added a little bit of glue on there, and then right there. So I tried not to add a lot of glue because I didn't want it to seep out like it's probably going to do. So, okay. So, and then I just took my mat and I went ahead and I kind of gauged where I wanted it. So, like how much I wanted sticking out. So I just made sure that these little two dots right here were kind of both the same. So that. Okay. Then I took my inking and I just kind of inked around the edges. And just like that. Just kind of making it a little darker around there. Okay. And then I went ahead and put my mats on top of it. Just like that. Okay. So that is another way you can add your little, pull-outs or use your frames that you have from that die set, which I really like. I just really like that die set. It's so awesome. So, and everything comes out so nicely, you guys. When you die cut with it, it really comes out nice. So easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and so there you go. So we can actually add this mat here. Go right in there, just like that. And we're done with this whole page. Here. Okay. And then you can go ahead and put another mat up there. So, if I have another one, I'll have to make another one. Or you could just use tags. So, again, you can just use tags for up here. And this is so pretty, guys. And so I'm going to actually back her with black cardstock. Like that. And you can either put them here or you can put them at the top if you don't want a different, you don't want another, if you just want some tags, you can just add tags in here. And you can have your two little tags hanging out. So just like that. Okay. And there you go. So we could go ahead and stick this page into our book tonight. So, yay! And then we have page 3. And that page I have already started and everything. Oh, I was going to fussy cut some here. And I'm trying to think what else I was going to do. I was going to add some papers to here. So let me go ahead and fussy cut this out. And then I will be right back and we'll start page 3. Okay guys, I'm back. So I had an idea real quick to use the frame right here. So I was thinking that would look really pretty. And of course we're going to kind of darken it up a little bit with some inking around it. But I found a little picture of a flower. Okay, I'm just going to erase around what I traced. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys. So I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little closer. Okay, just like that. So this is where I'm going to put the frame. Okay, and we're going to go ahead and ink that to make it a little darker. And then I found these little flowers right here that I really thought would be cute in that frame. So remember I was telling you about how the other frame, you could just take out that picture and slide that in and out in frame in page 1. And so here you're going to take the little circle, okay, that was cut out from this frame, okay, and you're just going to cover that flower up. Alrighty, so there we go. So that is some glossy accents on our little plane. Okay, and we're done. So now we're just going to set this aside and we're going to let this dry. For page 3, I went ahead and distressed my papers already and cut them out. And I went ahead and made these little tiny mats. And I actually used these. These are from the cutout of this frame, okay? And I just cut them right here at this edge. So right here, okay, where that pointy part is, right here, there. I went ahead and cut them straight across, and I used those as my pull tabs. So for these little guys, and I just cut 2 out, backed them together, and then put them over my little mats. Okay, so I thought that was another way you can use this die. So cute. So that's something else you can do, is use those for your pullouts. I did not ink my pages yet or anything because I need to give you the measurements for page 3 and for all of that. So, okay, so page 3 goes page 2. And page 3 is that. Okay, so here we go. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this over because that's actually the back. Alrighty. And for page, to start with page 3, okay, again, we have a large little area here. This way, I think. Let me use this one. Okay, so we have a page here that I put this paper on here. You are going to, when we glue this down, you are going to only glue around the perimeter of this, and then we're going to cut this slit. I think I might cut it here instead. We're going to cut this slit right here, okay? We're going to slit it from about 1/4 of an inch all the way down here, and then this is the mat that will fit in there, okay? So that will fit right in there, and then this will turn over. Now this page is, I think it's 6 1/4. So you'll cut this at 6 3/4, okay? Or, I'm sorry, no, you will cut it at 6 1/4. You will score a 1/2 inch, okay? And your paper will be at 5 3/4 by 8 1/4, okay? So you'll cut your main page down at 6 1/4 by 8 1/4, okay, for this page. Okay, and then you'll want to cover the front and the back, okay? So I went ahead and distressed it. I didn't ink any of my stuff yet. All right, and then you'll go ahead and cut out another page or a mat for this page here, okay, just like that. And then for this, I thought it would be cute to add some like little pockets that are actually like little tiny insert pockets and a photo pocket. So you can put a picture on there if you wanted to. So depending on what you want to do, I went ahead and created or cut some little mats for mine. And you can if you want to, you don't have to. But they are just little tiny ones, just like this. And you will cut your paper at 4 1/2 by 4 1/2, okay? And then you will score a 1/2 inch here, a 1/2 inch here, and a 1/2 inch on this side, okay? Then once you score that, you're going to cut them off at an angle, okay? So you'll cut this off. You'll cut them off here. I cut them off there and there, okay? And then on this right here, I went ahead and added score tape to that, but you don't need it. You will cut that off. Okay, so you will just actually cut that whole piece off just like that. And then this is your little pocket. Okay, if you want to, you can add a little bit of ink to it. So I'm just going to add a little bit of ink. Okay, so that's what I did here with this one too. All right, and then these are just going to sit. This one's going to sit like this. Okay, and this one, I think I might have it go like this, or no, maybe I'll do it like that. Okay, so this will go like this, and that'll go like that, and then it'll have that La Traviata on the right here. Okay, and then for the little mats, I went ahead and cut them. Those are going to be at 3 3/8 by 3 3/8, almost 3.5 by 3.5. I think that's what I cut them at, 3.5 by 3.5. But because I went ahead and distressed them, they kind of shrunk a little bit. Okay, so then there's those two there. Okay, and then here we have a couple of cute little mats. These are 4 by 4, and again, I just cut some little mats for these out of the paper. So we'll go ahead and ink these and mount these on here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to put black paper behind these yet. I haven't decided that yet. You'll need another piece of paper, okay? And this is your page here, so make sure that your opening is on your left-hand side, okay? You will need another sheet of paper that is cut to size. So for that, you will need it at 6 1/4 by 8 1/4, okay? So 6 1/4 by 8 1/4. You'll distress that and ink it. Okay, then you're going to flip that over. Okay, that will sit on top of those. You will need another piece of paper that is 6 1/4 by 8 1/4. Okay, and then another little belly band we're going to put here. Okay, just like that. And then we have some more mats for that part. So that will have, I think it's this one. So there's that mat there. Okay, and you can add as many mats as you want. There's no, rule that you don't have to. But for this belly band here, I just remembered. For this belly band, we created a little flip it book. Okay, and so this here, I went ahead and it is a large book. Okay, and you can add pictures. You can do journaling in this if you want it. Whatever, if you have big pictures, any type of keepsakes or anything, you can definitely add those to this. And I just went ahead and cut down my papers, and I'm going to glue them on like this. Okay. Now these do have a larger border on them, and I'm fine with that. I was just trying to use up some of my scraps. And then this actually covers all the way around the book. Okay. So let me give you the measurement for the book. The book is actually 7 3/4 by 12. Okay, so you will score it at 6 inches. So right down the middle at the 12-inch side. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to grab a sheet of paper that is 12-inch. You're going to go ahead and go and fold it over. Okay, and this one was a little short. But that's okay. I'm all right with that. Now, if you want to, you can glue this down, or you can go ahead and just use score tape on this. For something this large, usually I use score tape. I just feel like it lays better. And so you won't need a magnet for this, because this is actually going to lay right in between your belly band, and it's going to go here. Okay, so and then so that's how that's going to work. And this will go here, and then we have these cute little guys here and here. So this will be a layout, and I might go ahead and border these with black, and then we'll add some like little things in through here. So I thought maybe, you know, something like this could go there, and you know, maybe some other things. So, or we can actually use, I am going to go ahead and ink my pages, and then I will be right back. Good morning, crafty peeps. I'm back. So today we are going to do page 3, and I went ahead and we cut out all of our pages or our paper to mat on top of our pages, and then we went ahead and distressed and inked everything. So we are ready to put this thing together. Yay! So for this page here, okay, this area, we're going to go ahead and attach this first. So again, you want to make sure that you have your opening on your left hand side, okay? And since we went ahead and scored this, we put our tape on it, and we're just going to go ahead and attach this right on top of the edge of this page. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just going to line up my edges here. Oops. Sorry. The corners are not matching up. So I'm going to a little bit closer. There we go. Okay. And then I'm just going to burnish that in really good. Okay. Just like that. Okay, so there's one. And then we can go ahead and put this one on here. Okay. So that's going to go in there. And you're just going to get your glue. And for this one, like I said before, you want to make sure to go ahead and just go on the outer edges of your paper, okay? So right here, just along the edges here is where you want your glue. Do not put any glue in the center, okay? Unless you want to. It's up to you. But we're going to form this into like a little pocket. So for this, we're going to have it like this, okay? Let's see here. I'm thinking. We'll have it like this. So this will be lined up just like that, right with your page, okay? And I have my coffee. Excuse me if I'm sniffling. I don't know if I'm catching a cold again or if it's allergies. I'm thinking it's allergies. So, okay, so now we've got our paper down. I'm just going to burnish that in, okay? And then for this, before we put anything down, okay, we are going to go ahead and we're going to grab our X-Acto knife. I just need to find mine. Okay, so you just need your X-Acto knife. And for this, we're going to, trying to find mine. I know I made a mat for this one. Just trying to find it. Here it is. Okay, so this is the mat, all right, and it's going to slide right in there, just like that, okay? So it may stick out just a bit, but it will be fine. So for this one, we're going to go ahead and we are going to go cut right here on this dark part of, now you can cut here, here, right on those little lines, wherever you want to. I think I'm going to cut mine right like on these little dots. And I'm going to go ahead and, let me go ahead and bring that in a bit. So I'm actually going to cut right here, right on this line down. Okay, so it's right in between this part and then this part. Okay, and excuse my nails. So, okay, and I'm leaving about a 1/4 inch of width between the edge of the paper and where I start my cut. Okay, and if you want to, you can definitely go ahead and use a ruler. So like you have this ruler here. I like to use this ruler when I'm using my X-Acto knife because it has that metal bar in there, and so it doesn't take off any of the plastic from my rulers, so, on my wooden ruler. So I'm just going to scoop that in just a bit. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and slice that down all the way. Not all the way down. You want to leave, again, you want to leave a 1/4 inch. Okay. And again, I'm just going to go ahead and go over it again. And I'm not pressing very hard. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and see if it cut it. And there is a slight cut on there. Okay. You can see it popping up. So I just need to go ahead and go for that cut again and go kind of press a little bit harder. Okay. You don't want to press too hard because you'll go ahead and go through the papers, but you want it hard enough to where you will feel it cutting through that first layer. Okay. Once you get an opening, then it's kind of a little easier. Okay, so now I'm feeling it, and I'm feeling that little opening. Okay, and you can grab your X-Acto knife and kind of work it. So for our mat will just fit in there, just like that. Okay, and so there you go. So there is your mat for that page. Okay, and then you'll flip it over. Okay, and now we just need to go ahead and put our papers down for this one. So for guys, I will be right back, okay? My family is calling, so I will be right back.